Hi, I'm Twisted Ivy, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little book. What you're going to need is some crochet thread. This one recommends a 3.5mm hook, but I'm going to use a 3 to make sure those stitches are nice and tight. For the main part of the book, I'm going to use purple. I have some fabric glue, scissors, and a 3mm hook. To begin, we're going to slip knot. Just like that, and make sure that the part that moves is facing you. And we're gonna chain 9. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip 1. So you skip 1 and go into the second chain for a total of 8 single crochets. So we'll do 1 here, 2. So for single crochet you just go in, loop over, pull through, and loop, pull through 2. And we're going to do this the whole row until we get 8. Now that I'm at the end of the row, you see we'll have 8 single crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. At the end of every row we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And I'm going to go back in for another 8 single crochets, and we're going to do this for a total of 13 rows. So you're just gonna go in, loop over, pull through, loop over, pull through 2. Now I'm just finishing up these 13 rows, and in that last single crochet I'm gonna put 2 single crochet. So now we're doing the border row, and I'm gonna put 2 single crochet in each corner. Let's finish this up here and chain 1 just so I know where I'm starting. So now if you look, there's a whole bunch of gaps, and I'm gonna single crochet into each one. So here's the first one. They're pretty big, so I think you'll notice them, and you're gonna single crochet to that space, find this next space here, single crochet, next space, single crochet, and you're just lining up your single crochets with each of the rows. So on either side you should have a total of 13 single crochets. Now that I'm at the end of this part and I'm at the last stitch, I'm going to put 2 single crochet because it's a corner. Here we have 1 and 2. And now across this part should be a total of 8 single crochet because we did 13 rows of 8 single crochets. And you're finding this little V, because these are our slip stitches from our foundation chain. Just make sure that you have 8 going in there. We've made it to a corner. This is where you're going to find that knot, and we're going to put 2 single crochets. Now what I do to hide this tail is I'll crochet around it so it gets stuck in my stitches. So you'll see I keep it out, so I kind of line it up with the piece, and I'll crochet around it. Like that. And I'll just keep it there the whole way for these next 13 stitches. Now I've reached the end and I'm doing my 2 single crochet. There we go, and I'm just gonna do a slip stitch into the next stitch there, and I'm gonna pull my loop up so that I can cut the yarn and tie it off. Then I'm going to insert my hook back in, loop around and pull through to create that knot. And I'm just going to tuck it in and try to hide it. You don't have to cut the tail off because we're going to tuck it inside of the book and glue it in there so you don't have to worry about it. And this is what our book cover looks like with our nice little border. And to give you an idea of what it's going to look like, I'm just going to fold it over there. So that would be like the inside because of the way that the border is lined. I like the border to pop out, but really you can decide what you want your book to look like. I like the border to be a little more obvious. So with the white thread, we're going to work on making our pages. I make 3 pages, and it's just like we did with the main part of the book. We're going to chain 9. And then we're going to single crochet 8. And we're going to do that for 4 rows. Then I'm going to cut them off, cut off the tails, hide them a little bit, and put them into the book. So right now I'm just kind of stacking it and seeing what it looks like. And there's all 3 pages. And I just like to practice putting them in there and like feeling how I want to place it before I get the glue involved. That's all 3 pages in there. It's a pretty thick book, but it gets less thick when we add the glue. So for the glue, this is fabric glue. Don't worry about it being messy. It does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about that. And I start with laying down, I do like a zigzag kind of a thing with it. And then I do lines on either side. And I lay down the first book. I try to keep where I've cut the tails on the inside so they don't poke out through the book. That way they're nice and hidden. And don't worry about the glue getting on your fingers, it comes off really, really easy. And then I add another layer to the page. Again, I like this zigzag so the glue kind of gets evenly dispersed. And I'll add the second book. Oh, the second page. And you just kind of play around with how you want it to fit. And it's good to move it while the glue is still wet. Pages forward a little bit. I don't like how far back they are. Again, while the glue is still wet, this is a great thing to do. And the last thing I'm going to do is add glue to like the spine to make sure it's really in there. This book isn't going anywhere. It won't open up. and make sure I can close it. There we go. Like I said, the glue dries transparent, like you're not going to see it at all, so don't worry about it peeking through or getting everywhere. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. So the very last thing I'm going to do with the glue is put a bit more in between the book and the pages to make sure that this isn't going to open up. And I'll just kind of adjust it to make sure it's as even as possible. So there's the book, and now it recommends that you let it dry for 24 hours. And this is what it looks like 24 hours later. It's so cute. I love it so much. You can turn it into a keychain if you wanted. But yeah, this is how you make a little crocheted book. I hope this was easy to follow and you enjoyed it. But yeah, let me know what you think.